Ending this module, I'd like to show you a specific case study. This case study will indicate the methods for dealing with a disaster. Let's assume that this disaster is, for example, a virus outbreak. We'll talk about the Conficker virus. The picture below shows you the propagation speed of the virus. Conficker spread automatically and without the need of user interaction. To infect a computer, the virus did not require a user to behave in a certain manner. One of the propagating vectors for Conficker was the security bug found in the Windows system. It was detected and an update fixing the bug was created a month before the outbreak. But this was just one method in which the virus spread. The software manufacturer, in this case Microsoft, defined an effective procedure preventing the escalation of the virus after the problem was detected. It was documented in a knowledge base article. The company also set up a reward of $250,000 for helping to identify the authors of the virus. Conficker had 5 known versions. It's rather interesting that the versions would update quickly. For example, if you were infected with version A, it would almost immediately update itself to version C. Let's find out what should be done if Conficker attacked us. The first step is to detect it. Detection methods was covered in the previous part of the lecture. Conficker and other viruses are relatively simple to detect. It is enough to know its basic vectors and spreading techniques. Conficker made regular connections to 500 randomly selected domains that were chosen from a pool of over 50,000 domains. After they were infected, the virus moved on to infect other machines. Web applications in affected machines would practically shut down. Conficker used 100% of the bandwidth for its own purposes. It's hard to miss this symptom. The virus also spread through cracking passwords. If you enabled account lockouts after 50 incorrect attempts, a recognizable attack symptom was the message that users can't log into their accounts because a limit of unsuccessful login attempts has been reached. Assume that we've detected the attack already. Of course, an antivirus scanner should have helped us in that. Now we need to determine the scope of the attack. You might remember that the most important question that we need to answer is, what resources have been or could have been accessed by attackers? We also need to find a way to prevent the attack from spreading. In the case of Conficker, you could use dedicated tools for this purpose. Such countermeasures were developed because the problem was global in scope. You could also use the knowledge on the virus vectors and try to remove it manually.